limited edition Shelby graphics and appearance items, improved cornering and traction, and power to boot. Take a good car and make it better. Shelby starts by developing performance ideas in the Chrysler Shelby California Development Center in Santa Fe Springs, California. Lab testing the intercooled Turbo 2 system on a 2.2 engine is the first step. Extensive engine dynamometer evaluations revealed that a synthetic lubricant, Mobile 1, solved many cooling and oil viscosity problems. Development Center engineers specializing in suspension research work with the world's leading manufacturers of components such as brakes and shock absorbers. For example, Chrysler Shelby engineers are working closely with their counterparts at Kelsey Hayes to develop and test four-wheel disc brake systems that will be used on future automobiles. And while Coney front struts and rear shock absorbers were used on the first two Shelby cars, the GLHS and Charger GLHS, Shelby's third automobile uses specially valved Monroe Formula GP gas pressure struts and shocks. Shelby is constantly working to offer the best state-of-the-art high-performance products on their cars. Once development and testing are done, it's time to assemble the package at Shelby Automobile's Whittier, California plant. New VR speed-rated alloy wheels developed by Carroll Shelby Wheels are offered on some Shelby automobiles. These wheels are designed to work with low-profile tires in standing up to severe road conditions, like hitting an unexpected chuck hole at highway speeds. Goodyear VR speed-rated radials, the famous Gatorback design, are standard equipment on all Shelby cars because they offer outstanding performance and quality. Air-to-air intercooled Turbo 2 systems are put together by highly trained mechanics in an engine sub-assembly area. The engine head, with induction and exhaust manifolds attached, is removed as a unit from the car's front compartment and carefully carted to the engine building area. A pre-assembled Turbo 2 unit is immediately given to the technician working on the car, so little time is lost in the manufacturing process. On certain Shelby models, special equipment may be part of the package. In the case of the Lancer, a Pioneer 10-speaker CD stereo sound system is installed. All models get new leather-wrapped sports steering wheels, special graphics, and an alignment to Shelby specifications. A detailed step-by-step record is kept on each car assembled. Control of quality is not only maintained through the quality circle, but by keeping track of each technician's job on every car that person works on. Repeated errors can be easily traced and corrected before they become a problem. Long before the final product is ready to be shipped, prototypes of each Shelby model are thoroughly run out on test tracks and demanding public roads. New disc brake systems have to be tested for balance, stability, and stopping improvements. Engine cooling is tortured by running hour after hour with the air conditioner on full blast. Then, the ultimate test, the racetrack, against other high-performance cars. Rain or shine, Shelby's cars have to perform better than anything in their class, and a few classes above. Popular magazines have compared Shelby's automobiles to some pretty impressive machinery on the racetrack. Cars like Ferrari's 308, Porsche's 944. Comparisons have the same results. Shelby's car whipped him. Shelby unleashes affordable performance.
Fun little car to drive. That's what we're really trying to put into it. There's certain people that love automobiles that can't go out and purchase a Porsche or Ferrari, and we like to build cars. I've always liked to build cars that have the same type of performance that they have, and don't cost an arm and a leg. This car will cost less than $11,000, and yet it'll perform right with anything just about that comes from Europe and anything that comes from Japan. Anytime a competition comes up with something, we can always meet or beat anything that they do, but we don't believe in just seeing how much horsepower that you can cram into, pull out of an engine. We're interested in cars that handle, that stop, that are responsive to the driver's driver controls. So that these young people that can't afford these Porsches and Ferraris and all of these ungodly expensive cars that are built in Europe, we can build just as quick cars that are just as quick, handle just as well. The Europeans don't have one single thing on the Americans in that category.
America's love affair with the automobile is still as intense as it ever was. Even so, one thing that does keep changing is the profile of the high-performance car. Ned Potter reports.
It may be noise to you, but it's music to a car lover's ears. The roar of the engine, the screech of the tires, the feeling of power that comes from a so-called muscle car.
America still loves their car. It's still here and it'll never go away.
Carroll Shelby is an expert on the subject. 20 years ago, he built an aggressive-looking, high-performance car called the Cobra. Ford was so impressed it asked him to design the Mustang GT 350, the standard of American muscle cars. The energy woes of the 1970s stopped the muscle cars, but not the wish for them. Today, they're back, though not the way any hot rodder of the 1960s would have imagined.
A 60s muscle car was pretty unpleasant to be in for anything but going fast.
In fact, the high-performance car of today is characterized not by raw power, but by solid handling, aerodynamics, and the comfort of a family sedan.
Yeah, it's going to have a little bit more luxury. It's definitely going to have a stereo sound system, because that's what they all like in it.
It's a mixture of speed and sophistication, and to a lot of buyers, that probably means it was built in Europe or Japan.
I wasn't expecting so much horsepower from what I saw the gas mileage.
What was once the leisure class is now giving way to a far less leisurely class.
A sociologist remarked that today's affluent driver probably jogs and wants a car that reflects a lean but stylish way of life. The European road cars like BMW and Porsche do very well in that market.
Porsche is really not a car in the sense that you buy it because you have to get to work or because you have to take the children to school. It's not built to be used, it's built to be enjoyed.
We build cars just as good as either one of those cars, but they have the image.
Carroll Shelby is out to change all that. At this California rally last week, he was showing off a Chrysler subcompact equipped to compete with any of the European exotics.
There's nothing that gives me any more pleasure, though, than building a little car for $11,000 like this GLH out here that just blows their doors off.
Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I've got the best.
High-performance cars have become part of American folklore and popular music. They've survived gas lines, pollution standards, and a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. Americans have learned to appreciate efficiency instead of raw power, but the bottom line is still the same. Speed sells. Ned Potter, CBS News, Detroit.